So you've decided to take a look at Star Citizen, which is an entire universe and only costs $45. You can fly ships through atmosphere and deep space, fight in the air, on the ground, and in zero-G, explore planets, moons, and stations. You can run missions, you can go mining, you can salvage, trade, or just pick a direction and go. And here's the part most people don't tell you. You don't need an expensive fleet to do it. One starter ship, one game package. You play how you want, when you want, and you earn bigger ships in-game just by playing. This is Star Citizen, and this is what $45 really gets you. Let me tell you something real quick. When you see me looking around in game, that's not a trick, that's Beam eye tracking doing the work. Its newest version is now in beta and completely removes the need for OpenTrack, giving you seamless integration between the software and the game. It's easy to set up, runs clean, and you can use it with a webcam, iPhone, or Android device. And it's only $30. One program, less overhead, smoother tracking. Grab Beam eye tracking through the link below to support the developer directly and stop running multiple apps when you want to feel more immersed in what you're doing. Okay, so now you've decided you want to purchase Star Citizen, so this is what you need to do. Go to robertspaceindustriescom. Don't go to any external website to get your first purchase. I just don't recommend it. It's not going to be good for you. It's better just go directly to the source and get a game package there. $45 will net you something pretty nice. Now, you go ahead and hit sign in, you'd create an account, and make sure you use a referral code. If you do not use a referral code, you'll miss out on 50,000 extra UEC for the game, which is extremely helpful, especially as a new player. As you can see, I put my code there, but you can always go to a random generator if you like, and then use a random code if you want to. Now, you can choose all your options and go through it through making your account, and then once your account is made, it's time to go onto the Pledge Store. Once you're at the Pledge Store, you have to go over to the Game Packages tab and choose which ship you want. Now, if you want to keep it at that $45 mark, which I recommend because honestly, you can earn pretty much every other ship in the game just by playing, then go with the Citizen Starter Pack for $45. That comes with the Mustang Alpha, which we're about to take a very deep dive into to see how this will benefit you out there in the verse and kind of what direction you want to go to get started. Not only do you get an extra 10,000 UEC with that on top of that 50,000, but you're out there, you're good to go, you're in the verse, the entire game is now ready for you. Let's get in there and have some fun. Let's take a look. Right behind me, the Consolidated Outlands Mustang Alpha, the ship that you get with the starter pack, which is again $45, and that's it. That's all you need. You're here in the verse. You can land anywhere on a planet or a moon. You can do any missions. You can just run around and have a ton of fun. Make some friends. Go out there and be a turret gunner. Go out there and mine with some people, or just go do it all on your own. It is still so much fun. Let's talk about this ship really quick. Again, $45 game pack, or if you bought it standalone, you already have the game, you just wanted some extra ships, it's $30, or you can buy it in game for 642,600 aUEC. Now, it does have a 40-second claim time, which isn't terrible at all. You can get this thing pretty much immediately if it gets destroyed, and you need to go and claim it. It does have some weapons on it. You have two size 2 CF227 Badgers, outputting a total of 656 burst DPS. Now, you also have two size 1 hardpoints on this ship that sooner or later you can add more weapons to if you want to, spend the money on the guns and add them to this ship. You can definitely do that. It doesn't come with any missiles on this ship, which is okay. I mean, for a starter ship, it's very basic. And let me tell you right now, in the future, when you are ready, if you wanted to throw a couple extra dollars on the game itself, you can go to the website and upgrade your starter pack to a ship right above it for only a few extra dollars. That would upgrade your experience even more. Now, that is something you don't have to do. You can just buy things in game. So always have that mindset, but just know what you can do if you wanted something more permanent in your hangar. Now, this ship does have 3,960 bubble shield, which is actually actually really good for this starter ship. And then you have 10,080 HP. You have 1,980 critical on the nose and 8,100 HP on the body. But to be honest, with engineering in 4.5, it's more about the components death and that going critical. So you have to just be very careful about what you go against out there in the verse. If you run into another player, it's advisable to get out of there as soon as possible. Running into AI, which you can definitely do with this ship you can go and do quite a few things. Right now, pick up a package and deliver it type mission, which is actually super cool and a good amount of UEC if you want to go and, rent another ship, which I want to talk about here in just a second. Now, outside of that, you can also go do the basic bounty hunter missions with this ship, going against the AI, allowing you to make a lot of good money very quickly. At first, you pay 500, they test you, they make sure you're good, you kill the one ship, and then you just collect the missions one after another, and then you can move into what is called the rental game. You want to rent a ship that, helps you in whatever field you want to advance in. You can rent a prospector if you want to just go out there and mine all day long and have a great time collecting them rocks. It's actually a very relaxing and fun experience. Or you can go out there and get a Cutlass Black and rent that, allowing you to go out there and do combat or do a little bit of cargo or do a little bit of any sort of things with the Cutlass Black. It's kind of a multi-role ship. Or you can rent something that's dedicated just for cargo, like a Hull A, and you can just go run cargo back and forth, making a ton of money, which is always a good option as well. Now back to the Mustang Alpha here. It does have a top SCM speed of 228 with a 500 forward boost, a 260 backwards boost, a nav speed of 1,218. It also has a pitch yaw roll of 70, 53, 205, boosted 84, 64, 246. Now, if you're new to the game, what that means is this ship is pretty freaking maneuverable, which is totally awesome, especially since it has like one of the best views outside of that cockpit that you can ask for. When you're flying this thing, you have such great visibility, which is fantastic. Now you have 48 flares and 5 decoys, which is average across pretty much most ships in the game, so nothing to worry about there. And you have 6 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.1 SCU of quantum fuel. So that means you'll be able to jump around a bit before you have to refuel, but not too much. You are limited on the quantum fuel, so make sure you keep an eye on that and refuel when you can. Now, taking a look at the ship's components. It does not have a components pass right now. What that means to you as a new or returning player is that you cannot physically go to the component and take it out of your ship. You have to go through the vehicle manager. Now, that means that you can't repair them either in 4.5. So you have 2 size 1 shield generators, you have 1 size 1 power plant, and 2 size 1 coolers, as well as your 1 size 1 quantum drive and jump module on top of that. So with this ship and its design, those components are pretty much all right down the middle of the body. So what that means is there's a good chance of, depending on what hits you, you're probably going to get knocked out pretty quick, but it is a starter ship. There's not much armor to this vessel. There's not much going to help this ship if you're really looking at it from that standpoint. The only reductions you have on damage is the penetration physical damage reduction of 25%, penetration energy damage reduction of 40%, and penetration component damage reduction of 60%. So it gives you a little bit of help, but outside of that, you just have to be very careful about what engagements you get into. But make sure you take a look at that contracts tab and you get out there and do the missions that hopefully won't encounter PvP and just start collecting some money. Go to a rental terminal at Lorville, at Orizon, wherever they are, and get yourself a Cutlass or a C1 Spirit or a Hull A, or there's a multitude of ships. You really got to look into what you want to do out there in the verse of Star Citizen. Let me know what you think you're going to do. Are you new to Star Citizen? Are you a returning player? Are you someone that's just playing right now? Are you excited for the future with 4.5 as well as next year? It's going to be a little bit of a rocky start, but it looks like it's not going to be as bad as it was a few weeks ago. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And this is the start of many. Keep an eye out for more videos, giveaways, and everything else out there in the verse. Thank you to all my supporters. You guys are truly amazing. And of course, I will see you all in the next one. If you're building a new PC, go through longshipindustries.com, a veteran-owned mom-and-pop business that takes pride in every single build. He built my personal rig, which you can actually see featured on the website. The care, warranty, and customer support are top tier. Trust Longship Industries for your next build.